Hey everybody, welcome to our Thursday video for week 3 of April curriculum. We're almost to the end of the month, so excited to go over some things with you today, reviewing a little bit. Before we get going, I want you to get yourself warmed up. Start with 25 jumping jacks, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 pivot front ups where you swing that back leg up 10 times on each side, and then finish with 30 seconds of mountain climbers or jogging with high knees or holding a plank, something that's going to get your body moving and sweating. Ready, set, go. All right, so first thing I want you guys to work on today is that clothes grab escape. All right, I don't have a partner here with me to show you what that looks like, so if you have further questions about how it's done, you can watch the videos from earlier this month that show the clothes grab escape. Just remember, when you go for your down, right, it goes up, down, up. Come up outside of their arms, down in between their arms, and up underneath the other side. We clap, and then the most important part is you pull in close to your chest. Then, when we go for the turn, okay, our goal is to keep our hands glued together as we, with a lot of force, we sweep the hands across our chest to the other side as we take a little step back. I see a lot of kids, they do it well, they get here and then they go, right? And they're letting their hands go and not keeping them together. If someone is being really mean and grabbing on tight to your clothes, you got to keep those hands tight together and really jerk them across to the other side to get their hands to let go. All right, in class when we're working with a partner, it's easy to not practice it well because we're not holding on as tight as we can. We don't want people getting ripped shirts and stuff, but I do want you to be sure and practice keeping those hands close together in tight and violently jerking it across your chest to the other side, keeping those hands together as you sweep across the chest, and then finish in your ready stance with your hands up. All right, so really focus on keeping those hands together, coming from one side of your chest to the other as you step back towards the side, to the side that you're going from, right? So if you're doing it with the other hand, keep them in close and really jerk it across your chest as you step back and away, and then finish in your ready stance with a nice loud something like, no, back off, leave me alone, okay? So clap, pull, keep it in tight as you sweep across the chest and turn, keeping your eyes forward. Remember, there's no spinning, keeping your eyes on the person that you're defending yourself against. So spend some time practicing your clothes grab escape with a partner if you can. All right, keeping those hands in tight, sweeping across the chest. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, next thing we're going to be doing is reviewing our elbow strikes. We've got the horizontal elbow strike and the vertical elbow strike. Okay, we're going to start off with the vertical elbow strike, remembering that our power comes from that burst in, and the back leg stays back as we move in. Vertical elbow means up and down. That means my hand from my ready position is just going to come straight out, straight back by my ear, so the elbow is sticking straight out when I burst in, and the elbow comes straight out, okay? I see a lot of kids going like this. They're going, okay? And we don't want to swing our arm down. That's what's called telegraphing. It's telling them we're getting ready to do something, and we don't want them to be able to duck and dodge out of the way, okay? So we come at them with our hands up, and as we burst in, we just fling that hand right up by our ear so that elbow is straight out, okay? Also, it is not this. I see a lot of kids, they kind of come like this and go around, but that's not the right movement, right? Up and down is what we're looking for. Or a vertical movement, up and down, straight up. That hand comes from your ready position, burst in, and the hand comes right back by our ear for that vertical elbow. All right, so spend some time practicing that vertical elbow on both sides with a good burst in, bringing that hand right up by the ear, okay? 10 times on each side with the vertical elbow. Ready, set, go. Okay, next up we're gonna work on the horizontal elbow. This one, we're gonna practice using our forward hand for the horizontal elbow. Okay, so instead of bursting in with this one, we're going to shift, okay? Because it's gonna be vertical and then horizontal to shift through. So remember, hands are up. That elbow comes in right here, right near in front of your shoulder, near your chin, but not hitting your face, right? And all you're going to do is shift your weight to swing that elbow across. So my arm isn't even moving at all. I just bring it up and shift through, okay? Same thing if I switch my feet and I'm using my other hand, elbow comes up, shift through. Notice I'm keeping my eyes forward because my target's in front. I don't want to turn away and turn the back of my head to where I just hit. I'm going to shift through, keeping my eyes towards my target. Okay, so I want you to practice 10 forward hand, horizontal elbows, 10 on each side. Ready, set, go. Okay, so then I want you to put these elbows together. We're actually, last week we did vertical and then horizontal. Now we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna do horizontal and then vertical, okay? So one more time, let me switch my feet. So it's like a mirror, vertical, and then burst in with that, horizontal, and then burst in with that vertical, okay? One more time, forward hand, horizontal, shift, burst in with that vertical elbow, okay? So horizontal, vertical. I want you to practice doing that 10 times, that combination 10 times on each side, okay? Starting with horizontal shifting and then burst in with that vertical. Ready, set, go. Okay, next thing we're gonna be going over are those knee strikes and then the switch step knee strike. Okay, so pivot knee strike, pivot means back leg. We're always gonna do a knee strike with our pivot leg. So even if you don't hear me say that word pivot in there, anytime we're doing a knee strike, we're always gonna be using that back leg just because our front leg really doesn't provide much power, but that back leg is back here and that can really drive in and provide lots of power. So knee strike is always gonna be pivot knee. Okay, so back, hands up, right side is back. We're gonna take our back leg and go, no! All right, remember as you're doing that knee strike, keep your foot tucked back so that only your knee comes up, because if we let our foot flop out, then that turns it into a kick and it's a really floppy, yucky looking kick at that. So keep that foot pulled back, drive the hips, right? That means you stand up tall. What you don't wanna do is this. You don't wanna go, right? You don't wanna be like leaning over into it because that takes away the power. You wanna be leaning up and away from your knee strike, okay? So that's the pivot knee strike. Now when we're gonna do a switch step, okay? We're gonna start with our back leg, knee strike, jump switch, and knee strike again, right? The goal is to be able to, as soon as you land that back foot, boom, bounce back with that pivot knee strike, okay? So it's pivot knee, jump switch, pivot knee, okay? So that means you're doing one on each side. So if you have a partner who can hold a mitt out for you, I want you to practice doing knee one side, jump switch, knee the other side, okay? And practice doing that 10 times. Ready, set, go. Okay guys, next week is going to be review and testing, so there's only going to be one more video coming at you on Monday, and that's going to be our review video. I'm going to take our moves and put them together in a combination that you'll want to know for test day. So please make sure you watch for next week's video so you know what to expect for test day. It's going to be a fun test. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys learned from your sheet and seeing how you do the moves. So you guys make sure you're studying and practicing. See you next time.